Have you ever met someone who seemed perfectly reasonable, calm, composed, generous even, yet something about them left you unsettled? What if the real danger in people isn't loud or aggressive behavior, but something far more subtle and hidden? Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychiatrist, believed the most dangerous individuals are not the ones we fear at first glance. Not the angry, not the dishonest. Instead, it's those who appear calm, polite, even virtuous, but are disconnected from something vital within themselves. They wear a mask of control and charm, and that's exactly what makes the danger so difficult to detect, until it's too late. In this video, we'll explore Jung's psychological warning signs and uncover a hidden trait that could change how you see certain people forever. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Mental Dose and join our Telegram community for early insights into personal and spiritual growth. To understand Jung's warning, we must begin with how he viewed the human psyche. He believed every person wears a persona, a mask used to fit into society, but behind that mask lies the unconscious, a vast inner world filled with instincts, emotions, and archetypes we don't always acknowledge. At the heart of that unconscious is what Jung called the shadow, the part of ourselves we reject, suppress, or deny. As children, we learn which traits earn approval: kindness, obedience, humility. Traits like anger, ambition, or independence often get buried. But buried doesn't mean gone. These hidden parts continue to influence us from the background, shaping our thoughts, relationships, and behavior in ways we don't realize. The shadow isn't inherently bad. In fact, it contains both darkness and power, fears, envy, impulses, yes, but also intuition, creativity, and strength. But when ignored, these parts of us don't stay silent. They become distorted. Those who deny their shadow often project it onto others, blaming the world for the very things they refuse to face in themselves. Jung saw this as a form of psychological danger, one that grows stronger the more it is denied. What we don't make conscious, he said, we eventually act out as fate. That means the more unaware someone is of their flaws, the more those flaws quietly control them. The unconscious isn't passive. It reshapes what we ignore. When you suppress your anger, for example, it may reappear as sarcasm. Suppress sadness and it might turn into coldness. Suppress fear, and it might emerge as control. These denied emotions become symbolic, leaking through in nightmares, irrational behaviors, or patterns of self-sabotage. The longer they're denied, the more chaotic their return becomes, sometimes through crisis, sometimes through collapse. People who repress their shadow may look composed on the outside, but inside, they're under pressure. Eventually, that pressure finds a way out. Not always in explosions, but in subtle cutting words, quiet manipulation, or a strange sense of emotional distance that leaves others confused. And here lies the real danger, not in having a shadow, but in believing you don't have one. Jung warned that those who see themselves as always good, always righteous, are often the most blind to their own behavior. They believe they are incapable of harm, so they never question their actions. This moral superiority is especially dangerous, because it becomes immune to self-reflection. Control is seen as care, cruelty becomes tough love, manipulation wears the disguise of help. But underneath all of it is a fear of facing their own shadow. Jung believed the more someone clings to being good, the more their hidden impulses find distorted ways to act out. The illusion of moral purity creates a blindness, a refusal to look inward. That blindness is what turns charm into danger. So what is the one trait Jung considered the most dangerous in a person? Not cruelty, not rage, not lies, but this, the complete denial of their shadow. When someone believes they are incapable of anger, jealousy, or deception, they become unpredictable. Because they no longer see the harm they cause, they rationalize everything. They leave damage behind and never understand why. It's not the presence of darkness that makes someone dangerous. It's the denial of it. Those who acknowledge their flaws are often safer, because they are conscious of their potential to harm. But those who deny it entirely, they are capable of anything, without ever feeling guilty. So next time you meet someone who insists they're always kind, always right, always pure, pause. Ask, what aren't they seeing in themselves? Because sometimes that question alone could protect you.